So it's the 22nd of November. It's just starting to get cold. And I finally got the log burner connected up.
Hello, matey boys. Welcome to the Battle Lounge.
Hoovering the wall and shelves.
I built this little, I don't know what you'd call it, like a hearth, I suppose. And I basically just built it out of some old red bricks, a slate tile and some angle iron underneath. I wanted it 4 bricks high, but as you can see, this is 5 bricks high at the moment. And that's because the floor, the screeding hasn't gone down yet. So by the time the underfloor heating's gone down and the insulation, the screed and then the adhesive and tiles on top of it, it will probably come to about the top of that first brick anyway. These first bricks are a different colour. I'm not building these bricks really neat. I am using a level to make sure that I get the heights right, but I'm not really too worried about the level of the actual bricks themselves. In fact, I don't want the bricks level. This is another thing that that I wanted to be a little bit quirky in terms of the layout of the bricks. I wanted them to look like they were kind of leaning over a bit, a little bit hickledy-pickledy, all over the place, out of line. Obviously that's nice and easy to do. But I can lay bricks straight if I put my mind to it, put a little bit of effort in. I'm not the best bricklayer in the world, but these, I literally did leave the odd brick, you know, totally wonky. And this left-hand side, you can see it is actually leaning over a little bit. But that's great. I wanted that. I like that. The other thing with this as well is that 4 bricks was too low. 5 bricks was a bit too high. So what I've done, I've gone with 5 bricks and I've put a real minimal amount of mortar in between them just to keep the height down as much as possible. And the reason for that is because of the flue, the way that it goes up, just all the measurements to get it up to where I needed it to go out through the wall, etc. Yeah, so I put this mortar in, really nice and thin, and it was quite good actually because I only had 1 bag of sand. I've got about 6 tons of sharp sand outside for the floor, but I couldn't use any of that because that's sharp sand. I needed building sand and I have 1 little tiny bag. So I was hoping that it was going to be enough so I wouldn't have to go out get a bag of sand. But it turned out that it was just about enough to lay all the bricks and then point it in afterwards. And then we carefully lifted the log burner into place, which this thing weighs an absolute ton. And then once it was on there, then I just had to connect the pipes up, bracket them to the wall. I had to drill the hole at the top, and that was an absolute nightmare because the drill bit was so big. It took me about an hour to get through that hole at the top, but I got through eventually, and now the pipe's all connected up. It's time to use it for the very first time. I don't know how many I'm supposed to put in. It's quite a big log burner, it's quite a big space, so why I actually built this up like this, because it's a bit odd, because normally you have your log burners down low. But the reason I wanted to raise this up is because, as you can see, so when I'm sat in front of it, the fire's right in front of me and I can see the flames. And it was part of the reason why I bought this log burner as well, because it's one big bit of glass in the front rather than two little doors. So I like to see the fire, and just bringing it up to eye level, I thought that would be much nicer. Another good reason is when I'm cleaning it out, it's a lot easier as well. I don't have to bend down and get on my hands and knees. It's going to be a lot easier to get in there and get it cleaned out. And another good reason is it gives me a bit of space underneath as well that I can use for some storage, probably chucking some more logs or something like that under there. But yeah, let's get this thing fired up. It's going nicely now, still cold in here, but it's not quite warmed up yet. I feel it's getting really hot now. Oh, it's going to be lovely. I think it gets hot enough to cook on, so I'm going to have to get the soup out in a minute. So thanks for watching, matey boys and matey girls, and we'll see you in the next one.